Yo, yo, what's up, y'all? Sweet Life, Chief Johnson, Malik Rasheed,
Yes, yes,
live from our home base, the Dream Hotel, in Hollywood, California.
yes.
Back again. We sit down at least once or twice a month and just chop it up, myself and Malik. And, been amazing last couple weeks of filming. We got some dope episodes coming up with Naisha Arrington, the homie Long Beach legend Joey Fats, bunch of things in the pipeline. So I thought it was important for us to, really just, speak to our people. We've been getting a lot of support, on the audio side, on the YouTube is growing, social media is growing. And just to take the time to one say thank you, and then also to
Super
just
appreciative.
really drill down on what what we are about and why we set out to do this podcast show, whatever. I actually like to say show as opposed to a podcast. But I think we talked about it a little bit before. But you know when you think about what we drew up and the plan and where we're at now, I believe like 30, a little over 30 episodes. How do you feel about everything and the vision and things that are have been important to you and um the growth of it?
It's been amazing. Uh, Gratitude for the whole process. Even the times that you sort of question, because I think it's natural, especially when you're starting something new. To, you know, obviously you're here for the journey, and that's what's important is the journey. But you also, if you're honest with yourself, you have certain expectations, right? Like sort of, certain bar that you set for yourself. And I think that, I feel very comfortable and very good about where we are. It's an ongoing process, an ongoing learning process. I think we spoke this past weekend, and you were pointing out to me about, just even me learning more about the back end of the business and different things like that. And it's all, again, it's just the acquiring of knowledge. And um, to your point, though, like very long winded, but to the point of, I feel good. I feel good about where we are. I feel good about the things that we've accomplished, the guests that we've had on, transformative conversations that we've had. And I think there were moments where, you we could have pivoted in
Hmm.
the sense of our in the sense of what um our mantra is, so to speak, because it would have expedited our process.
Yeah.
Like if we do some things that are clickbaitish or have certain guests on, but I love what we're doing because it speaks to integrity, and it speaks to like true fulfillment. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy.
Same. I think it is interesting though, like, to me I look at podcasting in this kind of like landscape of things, and to me it's a wide open thing. And I hear people say like not everybody needs a podcast, and not everybody, and it's like, who created this podcast committee that's saying who shouldn't get it, what I mean, who shouldn't have their own voice?
Hmm.
Because essentially it's your voice.
Hmm.
And I think some people do it because it's therapeutic. Some people are trying new things. Some people, I think this is,
Might be people that are after the bag, and
yeah,
just that's
exactly.
but
And
that's
that's fine, you know what I
yeah.
mean? And I believe everybody should at least have the opportunity, if they want to try to do something, to not feel like somebody is, judging them because they're putting themselves out there. And also too, I find it, I still have conversations at times, and people are like, yo, you guys should be doing this and you should be doing that. And it's like, allow us to grow
Mhm.
in what we're doing and
Mhm.
add on as we go,
Mhm. Mhm.
because sometimes I forget, like we're not even a year old yet.
Mhm.
And I don't believe that there's a right way or a wrong way, because there's successful shows that are filmed in somebody's garage. There's successful shows that are filmed with high end budgets. There's no blueprint to it. It's the conversation.
Mhm.
It's whether you have guests or it's just you and your partners chopping it, but it's the authenticity of it and it's the storytelling of it. And I think people in general have to get out of the way of thinking their way is
The
the
only
correct
way.
way or the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's art. Art is so subjective, right? Like art is subjective. That's and there are a million ways to success. And also then you also we can offer this. What does success mean to you? You know what I'm saying? Is it, you know, the monetary benefits or uh, for me, I think for us, I think it's all of those. It's all of those things. Those things will come. You know what I mean? But right now, I think my our focus is, or personally, like engaging the fans and making sure again that we bring through conversations that help people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That help them navigate their everyday lives, and not that we're sitting somewhere perched upon something and we know more than anybody. We're just talking to our experience, and I think that that's healthy, and that's it's righteous because again we're talking to our experience, and talking to the experience with transparency. You know what I mean? Not hiding anything. Um, Being very vulnerable about the things that we go through on a day to day. You know what I mean? If you look at back at episodes, you see like, hey, we're addressing things that happen in our home life, or just a variety of things. So again, for me, all in all, I am extremely comfortable. I know that there's always going to be growth.
Yeah.
It's like sports, right? Like there's always going to be growth. You're going to learn a different you're going to, as you gain more experience, you're going to learn how to play the game differently, and play the game at a pace that will be successful for the team and for you individually. And that's what I love, like figuring that out. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
again, I'm at a good place.
And the growth of it, it's gonna be there. One thing I want to do more is just really tapping in with the community and the fan base. Like I w- I want people to start engaging with us more. Like if you have like questions or if there's guests or people you guys want to see, and locations and different things like that. I think now it's like the growth of everything, but also growing a community so that when we do step out and start doing like, some of these live events, we're talking about doing networking events and all these things, like people, are really coming to us and we're actually coming to people too. And, trying to meet people where they're at to make sure that we're growing and they're growing with us also too.
Yeah,
So that should be dope. Um, Playoffs have been dope.
playoffs have been.
Can't front. This has been like some of the better, like one of the better playoffs. I feel like in years.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like the best teams are actually that's the best teams are alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be even Miami, like they play a certain style of basketball. It might not be the prettiest basketball. It's actually like some grind kind of thing, but they've consistently done that. That's the team that they are. They're sticking with their personality and they're winning, you know what I'm saying, finding their way. Obviously, you know, look, they ousted Giannis and them early. Boston looks like they're trying to get back to the finals. And I love Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, and then the Lakers. are doing something that no one expected them to do at a point in the season. Like the whole
Turn it around
roster
like
just
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and LeBron's IQ, like he's out there coaching on the court every night, and everybody is falling in line and buying into it. I just hope we, as a Laker fan, I'm hoping that we can get AD to be consistent, like show up every night, because I feel like especially even in this Golden State series. Like, bruh, if you show up every night, you know what I'm saying? Stop like living around the perimeter and go get your ass on the blocks. Like, first of all, there's nobody that can stop you. You should have 30 and 20 every night if you want to. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that's a better way for them to play. Like, that puts
Yeah.
more pressure. So I'm whatever. And then your Nuggets, man, if we being honest right now, Y'all look like y'all look like the team to beat.
We want
I
it.
think depth and the way Jokic is playing, and if Murray can, even with Murray not playing as well, y'all
I
still, you know
love
what I'm
it,
saying?
man, because I feel like they still are. People still ain't giving them no love. It's weird. It's actually weird, like to hear that nobody even has them like
In the finals is
in
not
the finals, or and it's like they sat at the top of the West for a long time, and you have to look at that, but it also makes it. I think they play a little more loosely because they're not like under the scrutiny, but they just have a very solid team, man. And I feel like if they stick to what they're doing, stay solid. My prediction is we got Nuggets versus Celtics for the finals.
that could very well be the case. That could very well be the case. Yeah. I think the factor, the unseen factor for y'all is how well Michael Porter Jr. plays. I think if this becomes his coming out party, the playoffs, so to speak, then y'all go far, far. Because I think he's a matchup nightmare for anybody. His
Hmm.
height, his length, his ability, his tool, yeah, his skill set is just crazy. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. But no, y'all are looking good, man. Did you what was it, like 2 weeks ago? Gervonta.
I mean, we kind of called it, and I think nothing against Ryan's an amazing fighter. I think his best days are still ahead of him. But I think we talked about like if he went in there and began to fight Tank's fight, and because Tank's very patient,
Yeah,
like he's very patient, and I think people don't think he's a tactician like that. Like
super
he's been
tactician.
boxing since he's a kid. He has a high IQ.
Yeah, and
You
you
know what I
saw
mean?
it,
And you
and you
saw
see
it.
it.
You
His
saw it.
foot placement, you know what I'm saying? The way he was sticking the jab out there to nullify certain things that Ryan wanted to do, took away the hook from Ryan, caught him in the second round. I think when he caught him with that punch, it was almost like, yo, I'm in here with something different.
Hmm.
I don't want to be in here. I don't want
Yeah.
to be in here for too long. And then I think the body shot caught him, and it's ironic because De La Hoya, who is his promoter, that's the same way he went out to Bernard Hopkins years ago.
The
Same
body.
kind of like liver shot. So yeah, it was great. I'm looking forward to speaking of boxing, I'm looking forward to Lomachenko and Devin Haney. That's next weekend.
Yeah.
And we starting to get to some real fights. Hopefully they'll announce Bud
Well, they got to now,
and
man.
Spence soon. Yeah, the people. It's like, look, y'all got to fight now because these other young, they out here fighting.
Yeah.
Everybody's fighting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and I like them kind of getting into a space now, and a lot of the boxers have been talking about it, which helps. Is that if you lose one fight, that doesn't define your career. And I think for the longest time,
Because of Floyd
everybody
going
had the
undefeated.
Floyd,
I want to go 50
I
and
want,
0.
yeah, like that. You're competing with something that's probably never gonna happen again. So once you get out of that, like, oh, if I lose, because if you look at all the greats, they all took L's,
Sugar Ray Leonard took a
multiple
L.
L's.
Marvin Hagler took a
But
L.
that's what makes the story,
Tyson
right?
took L. Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's great. It's great for boxing if these guys the best guys should be fighting the best guys. Get back to that era of boxing, and it's been exciting lately. I can't front. Like play boxing has been very exciting lately, and for the first time, I feel like in many years, it's been more exciting than the UFC.
Yeah, because
um,
the fighters are fighting, and
yeah,
like even look at it, it's also, the fighters are, while they listen to their promoters and things. This is the one thing I will say that was good about Floyd. Floyd has created this sort of paradigm where the fighters are like, look, y'all are in charge. Ultimately, y'all are in charge. So if you say you want to fight, you know what I'm saying? And with what's again with just Ryan Garcia. Yes, he lost the fight, but Ryan Garcia pushed hard to make that fight. He
yeah,
wanted that fight to happen.
yep.
Him and Tank wanted that fight to happen. Lomo and Haney wanted their fight to happen. I've heard Bud and Earl, they're speaking directly on the phone to make the fight happen.
See,
So those are the positive things, you know what I mean? And the fight I really want to see though is, of all of this, I get it. I want to see, and it's probably we probably like, one, two more fights away is Shakur and Tank.
yep,
That's the fight that's got to happen. That's
yep,
that's a huge fight.
yeah,
So I hope we get to that. But
yeah,
yeah,
great,
man, I'm excited about the sport right now. Like I'm loving all this shit.
yeah.
Your team did well in the draft, the Bears.
Yeah, they did well in the draft. Did good in free agency. I feel like they're actually like have a GM in place and a coach in place, and they're ready to compete. You know,
Favre, I mean not Favre. Rogers is out of Green
he out of
Bay.
there, so the division is really wide open. You
It
know what I
really
mean? Like
is.
really wide
It
open.
really
So
is.
I'm excited for the football season. There was a lot of changes this year in the off season. A lot of so I think it's gonna be some. It's gonna be a good season, man. Interesting. I feel like the top dogs are still gonna be up there, but you know, um, a lot of new blood and a lot of moving pieces. A lot of people went other places, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the next season.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be super. I think the Eagles like have tooled up to like
They got
be
better. They
good for a long time.
kind of
Like,
scary. Yeah,
bro, get what got Jalen Carter in the draft, got the linebacker Nolan from Georgia in the draft, like the running back that like the team they're loaded. And then whereas, like a team like the 49ers, still a good team, but a lot of questions at quarterback. Purdy,
he ain't gonna be ready for the beginning of the season.
yeah,
I don't
and
know what how Trey Lance is coming along with his injury.
yeah, they're talking about what's his name, the kid from SC, who is Sam Darnold potentially being the starter. That sounds crazy.
That ain't it. He
Um,
didn't do too bad in Carolina the last season, but
yeah, but they
he
said
ain't.
that this might be the offense that best
Yeah,
suits him,
yeah,
so he could have a crazy comeback story. Yeah, man, I'm excited about the upcoming seasons and everything. But yeah, just all of this, man, all of this is good to just get to think about this, man. We just get to sit here and talk to this and talk to people and shop
yeah,
and again, like you said, it's extremely therapeutic. I mean, I know sometimes when we come here to do these things, and I may be, life journey, just on your life journey, but you look forward to these moments to sort of be able to decompress, and it's therapeutic right on camera.
yeah,
And it means a lot to me to be able to come to this space and do it with you. And again, I feel I'm extremely excited about our trajectory and how we're growing, and the community that we're building. It's all super exciting, man.
yeah. Same. And again, gratitude for all the guests that's been a part of it, and
Yes.
our true Patah and Mac, who've poured a lot into this too. And this is a special shout out to the Dream and
Vaughn,
Vaughn and Samantha
Samantha,
and
yeah,
the whole team. That's really really opened the doors for us and
yeah,
just walked with this and made this our home and without great partners and great people around you, you can't do great things,
Nobody does it alone.
you know. But it's also a
Nobody does.
testament of what we're doing, and people seeing the vision and wanting to be a part of that, So shout out to us too.
Shout out to us. Shout out to Shoe Palace.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out everybody.
Everybody.
But yeah, check us out on YouTube, Sweet Life. Check us out on all DSPs. Make sure you subscribe. You hit the automatic downloads.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah,
Tap in.
tap in with us and
Catch up on some of the older episodes that you might not have seen. Again, we're, coming up on 30 episodes. So yeah, just make sure you tap in. And yeah,
yeah,
looking forward.
Sweet Life.
Sweet life.
Malik Rasheed, Chief Johnson. We out.
Peace.
Peace.